What is going on, y'all? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and I know you're probably wondering, hey, something's going on with the audio. Well, I'm testing some stuff out, so hopefully this stuff is sounding a lot more clear and not as much background noise, because as you guys see by this type of video I'm making, we are going to be making a countdown video, and I know those things get pretty controversial, but if you guys remember, I actually did a ranking of my favorite NASCAR Authentics waves from 2021, and I'm actually going to do something like this, but as you guys know, NASCAR Authentics has, especially last year for 2022, let's just say the quality control has just been abysmal. So I kind of thought in the back of my forehead that, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and pop this cap off and let's do something different. Let's do something even more controversial. Let's rank the NASCAR Authentics waves from 2022, but instead of putting them from the worst to best, let's put them from the best to worst. So, like I said, this video is going to be very controversial, and just because you guys don't agree with my opinions doesn't mean you guys have to like fight along to like, oh, you suck, you wrong, and all that stuff. I mean, this is just my opinion, and hell, if it makes you guys feel any better, comment below what is your least favorite wave and your favorite wave from 2022. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get things started right here on my personal ranking of the worst NASCAR Authentics waves from 2022. So coming in as my favorite NASCAR Authentics wave from 2022, it has got to be the test car wave. And I know you guys are probably wondering, a test car wave? What the hell? This is really unique and different. Well, yeah, this is the one and only time I have to say we had a really good wave in NASCAR Authentics, hence why it's number one. So that's the end of the video. Good night, y'all. But for real, man, this test car wave was pretty cool because not only it was the first ever NASCAR Authentics wave that we got for next gen, it was probably the first batch of next-gen diecasts that we've ever got. I mean, if you guys were at the track at Gateway, I think last year, that's when they started rolling these suckers out. Or was it Road America, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, dude, the hype last year around summertime was amazing. And these came out literally like a month or two before. And perfect. And what's even cool about this wave that I like that we don't really get anywhere else is that everyone was waiting. If you guys saw that little Lionel Racing post photo that they made, like back on Speed Weeks of last year, they had replicated cars of each manufacturer as their showcase car. And a lot of people were like, okay, I want to get some diecast of that. And they put it in this wave. And those three diecasts alone are probably a good reason why I think a lot of people, because like NASCAR fans like manufacturers, so why not have all three of the unveiled cars right here for each manufacturer? Really cool, but a lot of great choices. Some very exclusive paint schemes as well, because these are all test cars that were ran at the Daytona Test from 2022. So, like the Chris Buescher one, I mean, heck, a next-gen car with center numbers, this is the only time you get it. So, I think that is probably a good few reasons why I think this wave really rocks it out of the socks. So coming in at number 10 of the worst NASCAR Authentics waves for 2022, it is wave number 9. And I am so glad that I'm making this type of video and pulling some reverse psychology on y'all, because I think wave 9 is the best wave that we got in terms of like the actual waves. I mean, yeah, last year we had 13 waves. This year's only 10, so I'm only going to be showcasing 11 for y'all. But this is probably the best, even though it kind of contradicts of what I just said earlier about the test car wave. In terms of variety, this has it all. You got yourselves two Xfinity exclusives with Justin Allgaier's Dawn to Throwback Hellman's car and Trevor Bayne. It's so cool to have a Trevor Bayne diecast and to see that these cars weren't affected by this new issue that we have for NASCAR Authentics, the blurry decals. I'll talk about more in a second when we get on to the later parts of the video, because there are some pretty bad photos with this diecast quality. But the reason why this wave is not as bad as what it is just because only the tricks in the liquid color chase piece are affected. And the DeWalt scheme, as you can see, it's pretty much very similar to his other teammates, which we'll begin to in a second. So it's not really a big deal unless you're a big Mark Truex Jr. fan. And how can I forget the Brad Keselowski Castrol black and white card? That might look basic, but it is another exclusive car. And then there were some other cool favorites as well, like Kaz Grala, and you got Mort Larson, you got some Hendrick Motorsports throwbacks, and Ryan Blaney's Pennzoil. Really good selection, and I think they did a really good job actually not screwing up the printing for once on these. But yeah, I don't think it's got to get any more worse. It's going to get a lot more worse than what we're going to be seeing in this next few segments. But Wave 9 is where it's at, guys, so definitely is a thumbs up for me. Coming in our 9th spot for my worst NASCAR Authentics ranking of 2022, it is Oh, gee whiz, it's Wave 2. How about that? So, as you guys can see, this is pretty contradictory to what I just said. What was the best wave in NASCAR Authentics, which was the test car wave. Majority of these cars are already re-released, so that would probably cause this to be a little bit lower, and that is the case why. Just because, I mean, you know me, I'm not a big fan of paint schemes that get reused, and it's like this for most of the parts. I think the only two cars that are actually exclusive in this wave are the Kevin Harvick gear wrench, which is the first primary that we have for 2023, but no quality issues whatsoever. So, and I know this should probably be right behind the bonus wave, but like I mentioned, all right, this is going to be a controversial countdown, but it's just my opinions. I put this only lower just because Wave 9 had better selection. Sure, the quality sucked, but the selection was so much better, so I really do like this wave. I think the Chase Elliott Henry Motorsports test car is also the car that is exclusive in this wave. But all the others you can get, but still is really good diecast quality. Even if you already have all these cars, I suggest getting them just to, for donors, because like there's a lot of these. But I know people don't like the white interiors, but heck, I'm a traditionalist, and we have always had white interiors. But yeah, this wave rocks. I really do like this one quite a bit. So I don't think it should get the hate train as these next few are. So coming in at our number 8 spot for the worst NASCAR Authentics wave of 2022, it is the Race Wind wave from wave number 1. And I know, I'm pretty biased when it comes to me actually getting NASCAR Authentics waves, and let's just say it, I love me some Race Wind diecasts, but dude, this wave actually pretty rocks. I mean, we do got some cool exclusives and the good variety. I mean, heck, look at AJ Allmendire's calling win from the Indianapolis road course, Ryan Blaney's Daytona win, and like I said, the exclusives that we got, which are Austin Cindric's Indy road course, the William Byron Homestead, and the Ben Rhodes truck race win from Daytona is also in here, and a race win liquid color chase piece, which I don't think we've ever had before. To my knowledge. I mean, heck, I am a NASCAR Authentics guy after all, as you can see by my room. But, dude, this wave actually kind of rocks. But I think the reason why I did not put this higher than Wave 9 or whatever, just because I think Wave 9 had a better selection, and I can probably say that with the next gens, because also everyone has moved on from the old gen. We are on now in the next gen. So as much as I love Race Wind diecast, I mean, 2021 cars definitely are pretty much a stick in the past now, as we much hate to say that. But hey, comment below if you guys missed the Gen 6 era. But heck, you definitely can't miss out on this wave, though. You can still find them at your stores. So coming in at number 7 of my worst NASCAR Authentics waves of 2022, it is wave number 5. And you know what I'm about to say. Yes, of course. This wave has a lot of good selection. All right, you got yourselves the Melon. We got both Trackhouse cars, Joey Logano's Auto Trader, Chase Elliott, baby, and that number 9 car, Martin Truex Jr.'s Auto Owners. But then there are Denny Hamlin's FedEx and Brad Keselowski's Violet Defense. But then there are 2 diecasts in here. One's exclusive, one is not, that have a very unique features to them. They might look like they have more detail, but yeah, this is a different type of printing style that NASCAR Authentics has been using to get more cars out for their EL factory. If you guys know, the 2 different factories that we got, EL, which are these cars I'm showing you guys that have the white interiors and they have, more narrow and colored rims, narrow tires, colored rims, white interiors. But some of these have different printing styles, and with this case with the Austin Cindric and the Corey LaJoie built car, well, there's a good reason I made a rant review on the Corey LaJoie built car, because 1, it's exclusive, 2, the front end on these cars are just undersized, a lot like the PTC mold. And again, I can't read any damn sponsor whatsoever. Any kind of side sponsor that is on that build car all looks like hieroglyphics to me. And then they also have like this weird textured where it's like 3D, and apparently paint thinner or acetone products cannot get it off. So there was a conspiracy theory that was going on that maybe Lionel's doing this to stop people from making customs. But yeah, it's pretty unfortunate, because if it wasn't for the case, I mean, I think this wave would have been a little more higher as some of the best waves that we got for NASCAR Authentics. But specifically, since that Corey LaJoie built bar car is on here and it has horrendous quality issues, it's definitely up there as one of the worst that we got for this year. But there's 6 more other for y'all. So coming in at number 6 of the worst NASCAR Authentics waves of 2022, it is wave number 7. And I know there's going to be a lot more people like, oh my god, OBB, how dare you? How dare you rank this so low and call it one of the worst? Well, it is not one of the worst, but again, it's another EL car, another EL specific wave that we have, that half of the cars have good quality, and then the other half, in these three I'm looking at in particular, look like absolute shit. I mean, none of these three probably deserve to even be worth in your collection, but what's even worse, people still gotta buy this crap. But I think the reason why I just cannot stand this wave is look at that Ty Dillon car. Look at the Black Rifle Coffee, like, letters. It's supposed to be all white. All white with maybe just like a little tint, alright? A little tint to it to show that there's some detail on that. But this thing looks like it's disappearing by Microsoft Paint or something. Like, what the hell? You see every pixel that you can see known to man. Hell. This looks like it came from a fucking Nintendo 64, dude. Like, what the hell is going on with that Ty Dillon car? And again, the Joey Logano Shell Pennzoil car has the same issues, and again, just look at the front end of the Toyota Camrys on these things. The Kyle Busch one is a big slap in the face. And back to what I said earlier about that Martrex Jr. DeWalt car, guess what? This is now the second time that they have released this DeWalt car, and it has quality issues. So, just shows you that there's no care putting these whatsoever. Just mass reduce, boom, ship it. Mass reduce, boom, ship it. Like, goddamn. I think after this, I need to get a best friend just like the Alex Bowman car. But with the bad pun out of the way, yeah, as you can see, I'm starting to get a little riled up right now because this is going to get even worse and worse. Oh, Lord. But Wave 7, oh, it's getting pretty bad, guys. Let's just say that. But I do like the Castrol car, and the lip color looks cool, but just, yikes, that Dillon car just makes me want to get hives. So coming in at number 5 of the worst NASCAR Authentics wave of 2022, it is wave number 3. And no, I did not just do that for Dale, but hello. But this wave had so much good potential. It really did, because you can see we got more primaries that came out for the next-gen car, a really cool Xfinity diecast from Josh Berry, and this is the wave that was released after we had like 2 or 3 waves so far for the year 2022. The Race Win wave, and then the 2 next-gen waves that came out with the test car in wave 2. So things were rocking and rolling, all right? We had no quality issues. Everything was fine and dandy. But then you look pretty closely at the Kyle Larson car, and you're like, okay, something's up here. Something is up. Why does it look like it's very low res? And boom, you see that Cup Series logo, and it's like, oh no, what the hell's happening? And then you see it happen on the Chase Elliott Hooters car, and goddamn, I feel for that owl, because that's what I'll probably look like after seeing that car. And what's even worse, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Remember how I said that different printing style is going to come back and haunt them in the ass? Well, this was the first wave that did that, and goodness gracious, man. Just look at the Kevin Harvick car, and look at the liquid color chase piece. This thing is so blurry and so pixelated by how they printed out these decals. Looks like, I swear to God, I thought this thing had mold on it. I swear to God. Like, I was like, how the hell did, are Lionel's conditions really that bad in the factories? Like, holy shit, dude. But, yeah, and again, just when you get this car, the front end on those Chevrolets, they look so fucking bad, dude. It literally looks like the thing literally got like tossed up in a train wreck like at Daytona. Just hit the inside wall and just went BAM! Like, it looks so bad, dude. And the whole car is pixelated and grainy. But there is added detail, but it's not enough to save what catastrophes these are. I mean, I never thought we would get anything worse than what I'm about to show you next, but goodness gracious, this wave is pretty bad, and I can't believe that this is a new, now a new and recurring issue that we are having for NASCAR Authentics. So coming in at number 4, we got ourselves Wave 10. Wave 10, and you guys can tell I kind of cut my introduction a little short because this is a PTC mold wave. I apologize for that. Maybe I could edit that out, but body armor break is definitely needed for this, because you guys know me. I have a strong opinion when it comes to the PTC mold diecast. I have never liked them since the day they hit the shelves, and 2022 was the breaking point. Definitely was indeed, where we were promised that this mold was never going to get released ever again. That is a lie, because these next few I'm showing you have to do something with that. But getting back to Wave 10, guys, I am so disappointed in this wave because the amount of exclusives and people were waiting for throwbacks. They were waiting for the throwbacks to get released in next gen, and then you get this. I mean, the worst one out of this has to be the Jeff Gordon throwback for William Byron. Goodness gracious. I never thought you can take the iconic Flames car from Jeff Gordon, the bright red, the bright metallic blue, and the bright yellow, Dayglow yellow number, and you can just make that thing look so dull and it looks like you got it at a fucking Dollar General. The colors on these things are so fucking bad because they don't paint the car. They don't paint the cars the right color. All these cars are mostly painted on a black base. It's like, I don't think these guys have enough paint to paint the rest of these cars because, dude, this has so many mess ups, man. There's a lot of detail that's missing. Sure, it's got a cool liquid color chase piece, but look at this, man. 3 exclusives get affected with this with the Alex Bowman Allied Nashville car, the Cole Custer Haas car, which is missing some detail in the paint scheme. We have a Kevin Harvick car that is marketed for 3+, have not 1, but 2 Busch Series logo on that. Like, that is actually bad because Lionel could probably get a lot of trouble if they actually sold that to a kid because, heck, you can't have kids just buying cars, you know, even though it says 3+. That's not how things work, guys. And the Eric Jones car, just, again, the Petty Blue looks so damn dull. But just all these cars in general, man, they just suck. And they don't even roll right. Just like, don't get me started on that interior, all right? We're going to get into that interior in a second because I've already spent a minute more of this segment as we're trying on to the next one. But just, God, these cars suck. They're so dull. They're so lifeless. And it's going to get even worse from here. God, I need some help. So coming in at number 3 of the worst NASCAR Authentics waves of 2022, it's wave 6. And you can see my frustration is growing and growing by the damn minute. I think I'm going to be Hawk after this video. God. Yeah, it's another PTC mold wave. So this one is the second one that we got released for the PTC mold waves. And the problem I have is that some of these decals are just so oversized. Like, look at the Chase Elliott Kelly Blue Boy car. You can't tell me those lines look so oversized. And if you look at the lines on the E-Cascadia car, which is exclusive, and that those lines are thick, and the Ty Dillon Gain car. The Ty Dillon Gain car is just the biggest fuck you to NASCAR Authentics fans. We were trying to get this car released in Gold Series. Couldn't get it done. But to have this car and the other car that will be following along, let's just say the Eric Jones car might have got affected as well, which we'll get on to the next part. But, dude, this, again, so much wrong with this. Decal quality is absolutely horrendous. The colors are dull. The wheels are big and bulky. I even saw some of the tires actually get, like, lodged up, and the suspension doesn't even look right. They feel cheap. The interiors are literally, like, they don't have any interior detail whatsoever, dude. Like, these things are literally just made out of the cheapest shit you can even imagine. And I'm disappointed because we had some good selection right there. The Blaney car, I can't believe. I'm glad they didn't paint the car all black like the other ones, but guess what? It's the wrong color, dipshit. You painted the cars yellow. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, so much is wrong with this, with this. And what's even worse to kick things off is that the liquid color chase piece is not even any different than what the actual standard release is for Daniel Schwartz's Tootsie's car. Apparently, the only difference you can see is that I guess one has a white splitter and one has a black splitter, but you know this mold has screwed up when you messed up a liquid color chase piece and you can't even get that right. It's like, just get the hell out of here, man. Oh, God, we got 2 more of these fucking things. Coming in runner-up, number 2 dose of the NASCAR Authentics worst waves of 2022. It is wave number 8. God, I really, really hate this. Haha. But, for real, man, wave 8 probably could have been my least favorite wave of this year. Could have. Because, you know me, I'm a big fan of the exclusive diecast. Anybody who doesn't know what the hell I'm saying right now, say, you keep saying exclusive, keep saying exclusive. What does that mean? What I mean by exclusive is that you can only get these certain type of cars in this line. they had offered all these cars I'm about to show you. Majority of them were offered in the Gold Series, but guess what? One by one, because of this pre-order system that we have, it didn't reach the minimum order of quantity, the MOQ, and they got canceled. So usually what happens, NASCAR Authentics will take some paint schemes that people will like probably and put them in the NASCAR Authentics wave, and that's what makes these waves really cool and special. But unfortunately, this is another PTC mold wave. God, another body armor break. I can't take this anymore, dude. For real. The same problems apply to all the other PTC mold waves I have pointed out. But would you imagine that these cars I'm showing you guys are all exclusive and you can't get them anywhere else? The Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Sunny D car, the Chris Buescher Castrol car, the Chase Briscoe High Point car, both GoPro cars for Trackhouse Racing. All were exclusive in this. That's like half of the freaking wave. Maybe a good 75% of the wave. What in the living hell were they thinking? Putting this on the PTC mold. Like, why couldn't this be an EL wave? Why? I would rather have the blurry decals than this shit. As you can see, I've already done a rant review on majority of these cars, and there's a good reason why. Like I pointed out, look at the freaking decals lined up on the A-pillar. Look how dull and colorless some of these cars look, especially that shit green on the Chris Buescher car. Just, oh my god, dude. Like, but I keep thinking to myself, it can't get any worse. Can it really get any more worse than this? So, here we guys go. This is my #1 ranking of the worst NASCAR Authentics wave of 2022, and you probably know what it is. We all know what this story is, because I have mentioned it so many times, and I'll keep reminding you guys till the day they stop making this PTC mold wave. It's Wave 4. Wave 4 of NASCAR Authentics 2022. So, the whole story behind this, I mean, of course, it is a PTC mold, as you guys can see. But would you imagine that this had the most hype that Lionel was putting out? Because this wave actually was lost in the ship for like months. And I mean months. So we had like literally like 3 or 4 months, if I remember, or even more, where we could not get any more NASCAR Authentics news. Because that was something out of Lionel's control. And I understand that, you know, with the whole shipping shortages that we were recovering from the pandemic. I know that seems pretty a while ago, but this still affected stuff like this. There was a lot of hype, but one thing I will say good about Lionel is that they actually were pretty transparent. And they showed us the tracking locations and when Wave 4 was going to hit. And then there was this whole big hashtag that happened on Twitter. I'm sorry, X marks the spot. And we had a lot of hype going on. They're like, all right, cool. Wave 4 is finally here in the States. Let's see what happens. And then we get this. And the amount of outrage, the amount of backlash that people had over this. Because keep in mind, Lionel said back in April that we were not going to use this mold moving forward. Well, technically they were kind of right, but now this is on the next gen car. So of course it's a new mold, you dipshits. Of course it is. Like, do they think we were fucking stupid or something, dude? Like, I hate to be profane right now, but like, dude, this wave, what's even worse about this wave, guys, thankfully there's no exclusives, but just, oh my god, like, how Lionel was trying to, like, back themselves up over this, like, saying, like, how these cars look good and they look like the real car. Like, dude, I want to know what kind of acid these guys are making, because I probably would like enjoying these cars if I can actually get along with that, but, dude, the look color is the only cool thing, but just look at the Chase Universe car, man. You can't tell me that does not look good. Same issues I said before, man. Just seeing that this is the worst one just because we were so hyped up for nothing. It felt like our time was just wasted. And the interior details. Never in my life I've seen a cheap looking diecast than what Lionel's brought to the table. I understand these things are $5 now, and I'm going to get those comments be like, why am I doing this video? These are $5 toy cars. You know, people just don't get that. Alright, but NASCAR Authentics diecast used to not be like this. And it's sad to see that a company like Lionel is taking its corners and just, you know, they're just really just cutting. I mean, I understand they're trying to do this to help you guys out, but just sometimes you got to put your foot down and be like, hey, I'm glad these things are still $5, but these aren't worth it anymore. They aren't. So, as I don't have any more to say about this, guys. This is the worst wave for NASCAR Authentics of 2022. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I said, comment below if you have anything else to share about this, as this is going to wrap it up for this NASCAR Authentics ranking of 2022. My top 11, or from top to, I don't know, worst rankings. So I know it feels a little out of the place, but appreciate you guys' patience for this. I mean, I finally got this video out now. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. This has been OBV, and I will see you guys next time on another top 10 ranking. And see you guys back in the reviewing station, and yeah, bye now.